I have a Jeep I want to sell. It's a 1976 J20 heavy duty truck. I was using it for a while and I did a lot of work to it, and I'll go over it real quick. But right now the engine is out of it. I painted it all with this stuff from Eastwood called the Platinum Primer. It's a rust encapsulating primer. I did the frame. As you can see, this truck has brand new, hasn't even been used, rotors. The calipers were rebuilt a couple of years ago. The engine that was in here had a bad intake valve, and I bought this engine right here. It's rebuilt. I got it off the West Coast. It's new pistons and rings, new camshaft, and a bunch of new parts in it, a valve job. This carburetor was rebuilt by me, and it's got an accelerator pump for unleaded gas. So that's all good. It's a 4-barrel. I have a brand new distributor for it. And there's the other engine that came out. That's a new water pump on there, and there's new motor mounts on here that have to get crossed over. This exhaust manifold, well, this one's junk, I think. This is a brand new exhaust manifold. This port right here was bad, so I put a new one on there, or I'm going to. So it's a rebuilt engine. The truck itself, it has a wonderful snowplow with it, and it's great for plowing. Here's the other side. I put these hubs on new, even though they don't look it. They're only a couple of years old. Here's the other wheel well. There's another view of the engine. I took seats. Oh, while I'm here, this was a new master cylinder, a new windshield wiper motor. I put on a second power steering pump. This one is the plow pump. Over here I have a brand new radiator waiting to go in. Brand new aluminum radiator just for this truck. Here's the tires. Here's 2 tires. These are Generals. As you can see, the wheels has some flaky paint, but there's really no rust on them. The tread, there's plenty of tread on these tires. The rears too. The interior has seats. They're electric. You can see they're electric. They work. They're from a Grand Wagoneer. I had to replace that steering column. So that's all fresh. Everything works. The tilt wheel works good. This was a Vermont truck. There's the plow pins. Oh, the floors. There's the floor mats are up. See, the floors aren't too bad. There's a couple of pinholes in them. They were replaced once before. The seats don't move, but this isn't rusty back there. What else? There is rust over here. This is rusty. There's the rears. There's a Dana 60 rear. You can see it's got the heavy duty axle and all the bolts around there. The bed is full of crap right now, but there's holes in it. It needs some welding. It has a nice tube rack on it that swings away. You pull this pin out right here, and the top comes off, and you can get in and out of there. This tailgate that's on here is a factory option, or a dealer option, I should say. It's an air gate. It's very heavy steel. It's pretty nice. The bumper's good on it. It has a very heavy duty trailer hitch on there, and I've pulled some really heavy stuff with it. I've had 4,000 pounds in the back of this truck, and it just sat level. The headlights were not pointing at the sky. There's the fan. I hit it with that primer too. The drive shaft is in primer. Drive shaft has 2 new U-joints on it. The front steering axles have new U-joints on it. And the four-wheel drive shaft has 1 new U-joint on it. Here's the other tire back here. Here you can see the rust that this has along the bed. I was thinking of taking this bed off and putting an aluminum bed on it. Here's the other side. Driver's door. Windows work, as you can see. Windows go up and down. Here's the dashboard. Mileage on this thing is irrelevant. It's got a lot of miles, but everything's tight. It's got headliner. Here's the seats again. And the plow control. This all works nice. The mirrors are good. You can see the mirrors. I replaced these at one point. So the new points, it's got new rear brakes, new wheel cylinders, new brake hoses, new brake lines to the front. It's got a new brake distribution block down here. It's painted silver right now, but it's brass. New master cylinder. A lot of new hoses in here. All the radiator hoses are new, including a special angled one. I had to go hunt high and low for. That's new. The transmission. I have this transmission right here. When I was taking the engine out, it kind of got smashed a little bit right here. It would go right on. You just leave that bolt out. This is a good transmission. It shifts very well. It's very strong. The chain in the transfer case is good. This is one off of a Grand Wagoneer. It's missing the low range unit, which I have. It's on another transfer case in the spare parts section, and I'll get over that in a second. But this is a good transmission, and I have a second transmission, which is over here. So here's the rebuilt engine again. Rebuilt engine again. Here's the engine that came out of it. Here's a spare engine right here for parts. If I needed it, I just happen to have it. And I have another one and a spare starter. And the transfer case is here. This one I put a new chain in it. The one chain had stretched, and I put another chain in it, and it was badly heat tempered. They did a bad job on it, and it stretched out too. It put a scratch in the case, but it really didn't break anything. It's all here. A whole nother transfer case. And over in the parts washer is the low range unit. There it is, right there, the low range unit. All right, what this truck needs, and some gaskets. I have gaskets up here, right here. One very important thing is this right here is the adapter that goes in the crankshaft, so you can adapt it to fit an automatic transmission. I have spare parts for this, all the gaskets. I have a set of valves. I have a set of lifters. Everything goes. Take the truck, take every part that this thing has, and take it all. If you love these trucks, you love this truck. I even put a new antenna on it. You will love this truck. This truck is a beast. It's very powerful. It tows like crazy, and it has Quadra-Track. Quadra-Track is a wonderful system. All right. Oh yeah, more parts. All these steering joints are tight. The ball joints are tight. The sway bar links are tight. The sway bar bushings are a little crappy, but it doesn't really bother anything. I put these new bumper blocks here so it doesn't bottom out when I hit a big bump. These were some kind of a racing shock that somebody put on there before. I think it's Summit Racing. Over here, where is it? The steering box. The steering box was shot and I put a new one on. I got it from Rock Auto. Most of the parts I got were from Rock Auto. There it is down there, the steering box. That's new. And, well, the steering column I said I got already. There's the plow valve right over there. That's all in good shape. It's up here around the engine compartment. It's not rusty at all. The frame is solid all the way back. It's the floorboards, it's rockers, it's door bottoms, and it's around the bed. If you have a MIG welder, you like to weld, you could put this thing together and have like one beast of a truck. Anyway, this is it. Buy it. That's all I can say.